Okay, so let's start with the beginning. I'm gonna use, as usual, a reference plan, and in here I'm just gonna add my picture, and it's not working because the image is not a JPEG. So I'm just gonna resave this as a JPEG and now retry to put it in. Okay, as you can see, we have it in here. I'm just gonna add an UV map to this as a box without the real world map scale, and it should be there. And now let's see the image. I'm just gonna drag this here because yeah, I want to start from here. This is my 0 point. I don't even know which one is 0. Most of the time when you have a building, the 0 height, it's actually where you enter the house. So it's actually here where you have a door. Probably it's here or on the side. I see here a door, but it's probably also can be one that it's hidden in here. So okay, let's try to drag this here. Probably it's much closer to what we're going to do. So this means that all this part, it's under the 0 height. So what we're gonna do next, I'm just gonna change the pivot of my image, going here, affect pivot, and I'm gonna move my pivot around here because I just want to scale my image from here. And now let's count how many steps we have. 13. So I will make a quick calculation. 13 by, let's say, 16.5, the height of the step is, so it's 2 meters or 204.5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do next, I'm gonna create a rectangle in here with this height. I'm just gonna go and copy this in here. Okay, this is quite close actually to the reality. I'm just gonna reselect my original image and go with the pivot this time somewhere here, because in the moment that I'm going to scale this, I just want to make my life easier. So okay, so this is the height. So we have our image in the right place with the right height, I think, right now. Let me just check my unit setup, but it should be everything metric in centimeters, and this is also in centimeters, so it's all fine. So yeah, what we're going to do next, we're just gonna start modeling stuff on this image. Yeah, now my image is in the right height, so everything that I'm going to create in here should be in the right dimension. So what I'm going to do is to create some layers. I'm gonna make one for street. I'm gonna make one for walls, another one windows, roof, vegetation. Let's see, what else do we have in here? As usual, cameras, lights, and yeah, this should be okay for now. I'm just gonna leave everything as it is. Later on I can bring more stuff in case I need it. Okay, we are done with the layers. I'm just going to close this for now and hit the button all over again and try to add this here. Move the command panel in here. I will just go to walls and start creating my geometry. Okay, so we have our file in here. I'm just gonna check right now this height, which is more or less like this. Here we should have 2 meters and 14.5 centimeters. I think yeah, this looks fine for me for now. So we're just gonna work directly on this. So the first thing that we're going to do, it's this wall that I'm going to extrude. This wall should be, I don't know, minus 40, let's say, maybe centimeters. Now I'm just gonna add a rectangle on top of this. To this rectangle I'm gonna apply Nighttable's poly. I'm gonna select everything and I'm going to select the line, and I'm gonna outline this a little bit, -5. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm gonna delete the one that's in the middle. So now I made an offset of that, and I'm gonna extrude this with 3 maybe. Let's see, can go even more, I think. Anyway, this is just a metal sheet that is covering this wall, so I can also take this out and extend this double spline. I'm just gonna extend this a little bit higher, and then I will create here a shelf that is straightened corner and it's going on the inside. It should have like a couple of millimeters. It's just a metal sheet, and yeah, it's looking good. If I move forward and try to match this with my image, it should match perfectly, I think, almost. Anyway, it's almost there. I'm also going to create a camera from here just to be sure that I'm in the more or less correct distance. And yeah, let's move forward with this stuff. Then I will just create here the wall for the steps. As you can see, this perspective is not really matching my image, but yeah, I'm just gonna work with this. This needs to go down. This also gonna go further away in the back, probably. What I can do is try to change the field of view or the focal length. I'll go here with 20 maybe and try to move forward. Okay, it's not bad. Just show the horizon line. Camera target needs to go lower maybe. Let's add also the vertical tilt. I think it's much closer to the perspective. If I move this further here, yeah, it's more or less like that. Anyway, it's just for us as a reference, the whole thing, so I will just leave everything as it is and move forward with the walls. Extrude. Okay, then this can also go here. As you can see, my focal point, it's here in the middle, and the other one is probably here. So anyway, these two are probably in the same place, or they should be in the same place. The height of these two walls is similar. I will apply an editable poly in here. I'll add a line. I'm not very sure on what's happening here, but for now it's just gonna stay like this. It's totally fine. Let's create some steps. This should be easy, I hope. Extrude. I will just make it 16.5. And this should be enough. And the length of this, it's probably 30. Okay, and we said that we have 13. I will just, actually I can also use an array to do all of this. On the X it's gonna be 0. On the Y, it's gonna be 13. And yeah, these are the steps that we need to have in here. Yeah, it's all going correct. Okay, yeah, let's move forward with the rest of the stuff. We're going to create this part here. I'll apply an editable poly to this, go with an Alt X, make another copy of this, select both of them, take the grid out, actually this wall can actually go further down. attach these two together, move this more in this direction, create a line here, close all of this and also in the back. Okay, and now I can just go and connect all these points. Yeah, it will be amazing if you have the same number, as you can see here. Oh, this one didn't go very well. Okay, and this is going to select all and weld. Where is the, oh, I need to go on the vertices. And now if I apply an editable patch, it should have a surface, as you can probably see. And I can also apply a turbo smooth to it. I can have more segments. I can also apply an editable poly in here. Yeah, I think we need to rearrange all of this a little bit. Taking in consideration that we're actually working on the perspective, so it doesn't really matter what I'm doing here. Yeah, you just need to have a correct geometry. Anyway, this is looking good though. Let's move forward with the rest of the stuff. I will just make a copy of this, delete my, and also the editable patch. Then here I just need to delete all of this. Smooth. So we have 2 points here, then everything is going down. I think this is fine. This is our sidewalk. I'm just gonna merge these two together. We need to create here another surface. Let me just see these two. Okay, so this is where it's everything starting. From here it's gonna go lower. And I will just make it minus 16, that should be enough. Okay, now let's add an editable spline and create the missing edges for splines. Weld. Okay, Control All, weld, and I should have a surface in here. Okay, and now this can also have a shell on top of it, so maybe not that big, then it should be enough. I can make a copy of this, delete all of this, then just start deleting. Sweep needs to be a bar, and this sweep can go, let's see where, and this can be 10 by 10. I can add a normalize spline in here, and the length of this can be 120 maybe. But before that, let me just add another spline, and I just want to break this because I'm gonna divide that one in equal segments, and then this one also in equal segments. So I'm just gonna use break for this and detach this one. And then for the rest, I'm just gonna use the normalize spline, and then this. Here I need to fix this, get just the corner. Yeah, it's better to just, sometimes these splines can be a pain in the ass. It's better just to make them from scratch. It's probably easier. Let's see if it's gonna work. I think it's nice. I will add another editable spline and break. And just break all of them. Let's see. Okay, and also let me add the missing one that I detached earlier. It's not really perfect. The best way to create this type of details is the E2 software, the rail clone, but I don't have a license right now for rail clone right now. But anyway, on the moment that I'm adding the chamfer, this can look more or less okay-ish. They're not perfect, but yeah. Okay, maybe this can go actually bigger, maybe 15 by 15. Here there is a small detail. Okay, let's do this also. One, yeah, let's create a point. We already have it. Let's have another one here. There we have it already. Also in here we're going to need some points. Try to match all of this. It's not perfect. Yeah, I think this is a little too low maybe, but yeah, anyway, let's see how it's going to look. Okay, Ctrl A weld, it will poly with an editable mesh. It's actually working, but yeah, it's not. I mean, in the front view it looks okay, but in reality this is very deep. The tip maybe it's just okay actually. Okay, let's create some lines in here. Let's go with one like this. And here we have 2 points, 2 points. Here we also have, we need to have 2 points to close all of this. So I'm gonna go with So this is what we have until now. Let's work with the rest of the things that we need in here. Let me see. So we have the sidewalk. Let's create also the street. To do that, I will use this, make a copy of it, copy. Let's hide all of this, normalize, okay. Then let's move this here. As you can see, is on the other side. So we need the street to start coming from here. So I'll just move the whole thing here delete all of this, collapse all, weld everything, then select all of this and go to outline, but it's not really working because I need to select the spline, and now we can use the outline. And now if I do the outline in one, fortunately it's doing the outline in the wrong direction. The problem is that we are missing here one segment, so we need to create this, create line, weld. Now go back to vertex, select all of them, weld together. They can be on also one, and then now if I use the outline it should go. So yeah, unfortunately this is not really working. Let's apply a sweep to all of this as a bar. Okay, this is looking good. Let me unhide my, let's isolate only these two. Okay, this could work to create the street from what I see. It is under almost, not really. Let's now it's under, and now let's make this bigger. Yeah, street has at least 3 meters, so that's 300. Let's make it double, that's 600. This should be fine. We need to apply generate mapping coordinates. Let me save the file. Okay, we have also the street. If I want to have this more smooth, then what I need to do is to apply an editable poly on top of this, select all of this and delete, and then I can apply a turbo smooth to the whole thing, and now it's gonna be very smooth, as you can see. Let's see. Yeah, the intersection is fine. As long as I don't have any gaps in between these two, it should be totally fine. But as you can see now, it's looking good. Also to this, if you want to have more details, you can have a turbo smooth on it, and it's gonna create some extra details. The only thing that you need to be careful is to generate mapping coordinates. Okay, this is looking good. I can also make a copy of this on the other side. Yeah, it's not working perfectly, but yeah, it's just to have some extra stuff on the other side. Anyway, I don't really need it. I will just leave it as it is. I don't need too much stuff on this area. What I need to do next is to make a connection between the street here, between the sidewalk and the garage. So as you can see, the street is going downwards and the garage is here, so I need to connect these two together. What I can do also is to close this garage by making a copy of this wall and doing something similar with this, just like that, and then I can extend this to here. This is the door of my garage. And another thing that I need to do before I go with the street, I need to apply a shell to it to have a little bit of thickness, because yeah, Corona Render likes things with thickness. It doesn't like when you don't have thickness to objects, so you need to take that in mind all the time. And then let's create this door. This is very simple. I select the edges. Actually, I will apply another editable poly on top. I will select the edges, I will connect them. Okay, and then I will go also in the other direction. I will also make a connection. This is correct. And then after that, yeah, we almost have the door, but we just need to extrude all of this. So I will inset the whole thing a little bit by polygon, and after that I will extrude the whole thing a little bit, and then I will apply a chamfer to it. And because I had a selection, the chamfer is gonna go only on the selection, so I can add in here an poly select, and the moment that I click on the polygon, because I had a selection before underneath, is going to select everything. Now if I apply the chamfer is gonna go only on the selection. Okay, so we have the door from the garage also. Yeah, let's create this part in here, the connection between the garage and the sidewalk. So to do that, I'm going to use, as usual, a line, and I'm just gonna follow my sidewalk as much as possible. Okay, these are my points, and then I will just move all of this on the bottom, and also this around here. So as you can see, the surface is yeah, it's not as easy surface to work with. But let's see what we're missing and what we need to add more. So yeah, we need to connect these 2 points, and all of these, they need to go on the top part. So we need to add the number of points that we have here also here. So let's do that first. Refine 1. Okay, this is looking good. Let's add another one so we can play a little bit more with all of this. Okay, let's see if this surface is following my sidewalk. I will just use an Bezier here. Okay, this is more or less fine for now. What's important is not to have gaps in between the sidewalk and the street. So here underneath, so that's already looking good. Okay, let's create the rest of the stuff. I will just isolate my entrance to the garage, and I will start creating the missing lines. So what I will do, I will just do this. And now I will be using the refine. I'll try to align them more or less. You can see this is the surface. It's looking not easy to work with. This method is much easier than working with editable poly when you need to create these kind of surfaces, because you have just a couple of points and it's much easier to work with less vertices than having more. So yeah, I prefer this when I work with these kind of surfaces. I know there are not that many people working with this kind of stuff in 3D Studio Max, but yeah, I think it's the best way to do it. And now, as you can see, I can just slowly change the angle of my surface just by changing these vertices. So yeah, this helps a lot with the geometry. You can make it more straight in here, as you can see. Of course, I'm gonna have a bigger slope in here, but overall I think it's gonna look nice. And yeah, as usual, you can use an editable patch. If you want to add more details, you can also invert this. The moment that you apply the editable patch, you just need to click on these flip normals. And if you want to add more steps in here, you can just add more, and the surface is gonna look better. If you add an editable poly, you're just going to see the surface. As you can see, it has some lines that I don't really like in here, but you can fix that by adding less. And yeah, by applying a turbo smooth, you can fix more or less of those surfaces. It's not perfect, but it's also not that bad. You can also play here by adjusting all these curves to make them more round. Because it's quite hard to create these kind of surfaces around the curves in 3D Studio Max with editable poly. So in this way you can actually fix some stuff really easy. Okay, I think this is looking good, more or less. Okay, let me apply the editable poly all over again. Let's see the surface. Yeah, I think it's looking nice. I like it. The only problem with this surface is that it doesn't have an UV map, and if I use the box, planar or cylindrical, it's not going to look very nice. So what you need to do is to do an unwrap. And let's save this. You open this in the UVD and go to mapping, tools. Okay, yeah, probably it's okay for now. Let's see the rest. Okay, this is looking good. Let's see our image. So probably we also have a wall in here. I don't know exactly what's happening in that area. We're not going to see that much. Here we need to add also some stuff to connect these two surfaces. I still don't know exactly how, but we're going to see soon. One thing that I need to do before doing all of this, I need to move all of our stuff into the street. Okay, this is fine for now. What else we need to do in here is to, as you can see, probably these are very long. I will just create some surfaces in here that are going to be my house. And now I'll try to arrange them according to the picture. So let's see how we can do all of that. We're going to use a refine in here. Control all corner, and this is gonna go here, and I will just apply also an extrude to all of this. I will use an Alt X just to see some stuff behind, and then here I will do exactly the same using the refine. And yeah, I'll apply also an extrude to this. It doesn't need to be so long. Hide selection. Oh, this has the cap. Oh no, the problem is that it's not closed. So I need to select all of them and weld them. Also make them a corner. They are not in the same plane. This is why, these two are not connected. Again, weld. Yeah, we'll just make it much less. I think we can have here around, I don't know, 40 centimeters. And this can go here in the front like this. Okay, let's make it a little bit more so the intersection is, okay, this is fine, I think. And that one can stay like that. We don't really care what's happening inside there because we're not going to see that. Okay, what else we need to do is to create here this part, and to do that we're going to use an rectangle. I'll just create a surface more or less this. This surface needs to go in the back. See these two? Oh, this is very small surface. See, in perspective it can look that it's there, but in reality it's very, very small. So yeah, okay, let's do that manually. Keep me on hide. It's looking good. Move these two here, more or less, and these two around here. Oh, they're not both of them selected. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So what we're going to need here is a profile on this, and then on top and on the bottom we need these caps to close the surface. Yeah, I will just use a sweep. This profile here we need to find maybe a channel profile, which is yeah, this is what we need. Okay, let's see the height of this. Yeah, let's make it 20, I will say. I need to guess a lot of things in here. And then on top of this profile we're gonna have a surface. Copy, delete this, use an extrude. Let's make it 2 centimeters. This profile here is quite small. Let's change that to thickness 2 centimeters, maybe 1.5. Yeah, and this should go more on the inside like this. Okay, this is looking good. I'll make a copy of this also. Okay, let's see what we have until now. Okay, this is nice. Yeah, this part here we should also close the whole thing. We don't know exactly what's happening there, but I can yeah, I can just extrude the whole thing in that direction, and that's it for now. We're not going to see what's happening in there, so this is just a modeling for this picture. So yeah, this is fine. I think it's looking good. We need this part here, and what's underneath here there is a window, and here there is another window with a frame and so on. So yeah, all of this should go to house, but I will change this to rename house, and I will move all of this in there. Okay, let's create also this part in here. I'll use an editable spline with one. Okay, and this should go, because this house it's actually about depth. You have different depths for each. So I will just move, yeah, 20 centimeters on the Y. Should be fine, I guess. And now we'll use an editable poly for this. Maybe I should move this a little bit behind so I can see what I'm doing there. This can go front. Okay, so I have, first of all, I will have a frame that it's surrounding all of this. So this part is black. Okay, let's first do an inset. Okay, this is good. Then with Alt 1, I will just add a line in here, another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. And I will just take all these lines and create a chamfer. Needs to be more or less similar with this width. This is fine. Okay, I will apply a shell to all of this just to be sure that it's all good. This shell can even go further away in that direction. Yeah, I could then 7, let's say. I'll create an editable poly, then I'll just select my windows. Make a copy of those polygons and then create a hole in here. So this can be the sheet of the glass. Let's see, I need to apply a shell to this also. First of all, I need to change the pivot center, then apply the shell. And this shell can be 0.3. Don't need so much thickness to it. And this is going inside a little bit to get a little bit of depth in there. Okay, so now we have the window. Let's unhide our geometry. Let's make this things. Okay, this one can go here. And then on top and bottom I need to add, well, it's gonna be probably closed. Now we need to create this area and this window. Let me just save all of this. Okay, on the next part we're going to create the wood slats here in the back. So yeah, let's do that. Also another thing that I need to check if is this part is actually going down. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna use one to add another point in here. Window. So let's see. To create these wood slats, I'm going to use, as usual, the floor generator. It's probably the easiest way. Yes, we can use also an array to create only one wood slat and apply it everywhere. But the floor generator is actually faster and much easier. So what I need to do first is to change the direction, to change this to 100, this to 7. I'll take out the extrude and the bevel, also the offset 0 and 0. Now they are all divided the same. So to take out the division, I can add here a 300. After that, I can apply a shell, make it wider. A new V map as a box, and that's it. Okay, as you can see now everything is only on one plane because we made everything in one plane. So I'm going to need to move everything way more to the back. Window with a frame. Going to use here a editable spline as usual. Move this around here. Add a sweep to it. This sweep can be just a bar, 6 by 6. You can even have 7 here. And then this I'm going to apply to it, and this symmetry is going to be rotated, flipped first, 45. Okay, and we have the corner. Yeah, for the rest we're just going to create here a wall behind, so we know for sure that everything is going to be closed. We'll apply an extrude to this. Yeah, this wall is just to not to get strange things behind. And I will apply also a shell. This shell can go 35 centimeters, and then I will select all of this and create a floor. Have it here. Oh yeah, there is a small problem here. Let's fix all of this. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of it for now with this. Now I'll just photo reference, create a layer fast, and add my picture in this photo reference and hide it. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is to move not the camera, only my house, to the correct position, which is probably way back, I think around here. As you can see, the house is getting a little bit smaller. And I can, okay, there is a small gap in here that I need to fix, also behind. Let me just apply quick editable poly to this to extend the whole thing till here. And then all of this can go down. Here I can add another face, another sweep. This can go this, and then we can close the whole thing here. Okay, that is fine. And now I can group all of this, change the pivot for the whole thing with here. Now if I want to scale it, okay, now go back to my original view and try to scale the whole thing. To match my render. Okay, this is looking good, I'll say. It needs to go a little bit more back, and this wall needs to end here somewhere until here. And then this area I need to create a green area. Okay, this is yeah, not really correct. This means that I need to detach all of this and here add another one. Okay, so probably this is the green area that I'm doing right now here. Here I will just extend all of this. Yeah, the garage is probably going to end around here also. Here you go to this beautiful green area. And now let's extend this green area a little bit. Okay, we have also the grass area. We need also this pavement. Of course, here there are more details. There are also some lights on the wall and so on. I'll add a shell also to this. Another thing that we need to do is this window that we need to create. I'll just make a quick sweep in here, 6 by 6. Let me see what I can do here. I can add an editable poly and delete. Actually, no, just need the shell, all of this, the small one. I need to have some depth in there. Okay, this is the window, the frame of the window actually, and let's have also just some thickness in there. This is smooth. Okay. This is actually looking good, I'll say. Maybe I should delete all of this and just extend this part. Here, Alt X. Okay, I need to extend this also in the other direction. And I need to create also the floor inside the garage, and probably also the back wall. Just use an editable poly, select edge with shift, extend this here, and just apply a quick shell to all of it. Doesn't need to be way too big. Okay, this is looking good. This can go without text also. This also, all of this needs some detail. Let's add some extra details in here. Okay, and let's add this also on top of this. Oh, this is actually a little bit lower than the other one. Should I keep it this way? Yeah, why not? We can have more. Okay, I think I added all the details that we need in here. We need to add some lights to create materials and so. Oh, there is another thing missing here. Let's create this surface. As usual, This these two can go together. This one can go with this. We have another point in here. Maybe it's better to delete it. Okay, let's create the missing lines. Yeah, this is the editable patch. Let's invert, flip normals. Yeah, I would like to have more points in here so I can change a little bit the surface. I'll add a refine. Create some extra lines. If you guys want to know how to use this better, the lines with editable patch, I made a tutorial some while ago how to model a space with arches in 3D Studio Max. This is a very good tutorial. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to model this space and also how to take measurements in the picture. And yeah, please follow this video. There are many things to learn from here. There is no other video like this on YouTube from my knowledge. If you guys can find anything similar to this, please let me know. So yeah, just follow this video and you'll learn exactly how to use these editable splines and patches together to create yeah, almost any shape, and quite fast, I would say. As you can see here, I'm creating all these arches and cupolas, and yeah, it's looking just amazing, as you can see. So let's move back to our things. Okay, I'll go back to my editable patch, and now, because it's all an editable patch, I can play a little bit with my curves. And this is quite nice because you can create round surfaces that are actually looking realistic. And as I said, it's much easier to use these kind of surfaces and to play with them to achieve your 3D model than to work with editable splines. Okay, I think this is looking good. See, yeah, it's totally nice. I will just add some gravel material as a texture on this. We also here, doesn't matter, I will just save the file for now. To see the intersection between these two. Oh, this is not really right. Now what happened in here? Okay, this wall can even go lower than that here maybe. Okay, let's load our Corona render. Is already in here. Let's add a sun in here. First Corona sun should be fine. And for the sky, let's just use a Corona sky for now. Let's see how it's looking. I'll just add this Corona sky to my slate material. Sky, add this in here just to have it as an instance so I can play with that thing. Oh, now let's go to our render. Path limit, yeah, I don't care about these things right now. What I need to add in here is the denoiser, and the denoiser is gonna come from, let's use an NVIDIA for now. Can go in here, and yeah, what else do I need? The resolution to close it. Okay, so in the moment that I start rendering my scene, this is what I get. I need to make some small changes. I need to add in here an material override. For this I'm going to use a physical Corona physical. This Corona physical is just going to be a white material, and to make it white I just need to add here a material like this. Okay, now this is what we get, and now let's play a little bit. The light mix is not on. I will just stop this, set up light mix, generate, and then start this. The first thing that we're going to do is to go to the camera and try to make some adjustments. So let's play with the exposure. So yeah, this is our scene. I like all these shadows, it's looking amazing. I would say I just want to select my sun and just move my sun a little bit in the scene. Can also go higher. And the sky is blue. Okay, I'll just take this out for now. I will add in the filmic mapping. Now add some rich shadows, and let me see, and also we need to add a curve, because with a curve we can actually see. Okay, let's add the Reinhardt, and then to this let's add a filmic mapping. Okay, this is not looking bad. I would like not to have this line in here, maybe higher or lower. So yes, let's fix that. Corona sun, and now to change that we just need to lower the yeah, I like this. This is nice. You can see all these shadows. Here there is something strange happening with the sidewalk. Yeah, here there is a small gap because this is straight and that's not straight. So let's try to fix that. I like the color of the sky. I think it's bright and blue. Sometimes it's exactly what you need. Just a nice blue sky. Okay, so because this is quite a white building, yeah, let's create the white wall. So this, most of them are white. Here I need to add an extra detail from what I see. So that was actually going, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this could go a little bit more on the side from what I saw. In here, let's add the extra detail. And then on a double poly, 2 can go. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna make the white walls first. So all these white walls. So for that, I'm just going to use this material from Chaos Cosmos. There is no need to go and find another material. It's just a simple building. Let's use only this. It's just a stucco here walls, and try to add. Use real world and use 3 planar. Okay, and now I'm just going to apply this to all of my objects where I have this white stucco. Also here, also here. So all of this. Okay, and now let me check the generate mapping coordinates. I'll just put a new vmag because it's much easier for me to paste it as an instance. Then the next thing that we're going to need is the metal for all these details in here. Part that is underneath needs to be also white. Okay, let me take out the material override. This is glass. Let's have a glass material. The glass material is very easy to create. You cannot apply preset if you want tinted glass, or you can just create it yourself, which is very simple because its roughness is to go down, fraction goes up, and we have a glass. If you want to add a tinted color, that's quite easy to add. Go to media option and use an absorption color, and here you can say how long is the absorption inside the material. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't think it's needed, and I will just apply here my glass to this one. And also I think here I didn't create the glass sheet. Let me do that right now. Smooth. Middle point, just move this here, make a copy, rotate all of this. Okay, for the frame we probably need a black material. Let me see what we have here in Corona Cosmos. We can use metal. Oh, these are very nice. Yeah, you can use any of them. For example, I can take this and change the color of it, or this one, this brass, it also could work very well. So yeah, let me just create here black metal. Let's bring in here this this one could work. Let me just bring it. Oh no, actually I just want to do something else first. And it's okay, it's fine. Okay, and let's see the material. It's not that colorful as on the other side, as you can probably see. The color is made by this bitmap, you can see in here, and we can just change the color of this. To do that, I'm just going to use from the Corona color correct, add it in here, and take out the saturation, and that's it. And we have our metal to make it less reflective. As you can see, you have the roughness here, as it's this base roughness, and you can just go to this base roughness, which is actually here, and add the color correct in between. And if this is getting brighter, because I think the material is made with advanced options with roughness, as you can see here. So when you have roughness, a material is made with roughness. If the image is getting whiter, it's getting less reflective. If it's getting darker, it's getting more reflective. So it's quite simple as that. So I can use the brightness. As you can see, if I go down, it's getting darker, it's getting very reflective. And if I go up, it's getting less. So what I need is some material in between. And I would like this color correct where I took just to make it some darker, because I need a black material. You can also use the exposure afterwards. Yeah, it's not really working very well. Let's add here a color correct in the metalness. Actually, this edge color, see, it's very reflective, and I need to make it darker. And 1.5. Here, let's see what else we can change. Okay, it's better, definitely better. Well, if I don't want this so metal, I can just change it to a non-metal. I will just leave it like this for now. I think it should be fine. I will just add this to all these small details in here. Let me see how it's actually looking. And apply this to all of them. Also to that one. It's probably also here. Here should be also, yeah, we need to make a black material for this frame. And this one needs to go white with the wall. And apply also a shell to this, just to have some thickness. And then this is the glass. And then for the frames, we're going to make a black, just a black reflective material. Yeah, I think this is enough for the frames, just normal black. Need too much. Oh, this is a small problem. Oh yeah, I understand from where it's coming. This one. needs to go lower here like this, and this is the frame. This should go to the frame, and this should go also in here to the frame. And what else do we have here? Oh, here we have a gap above, so we need to fix also that. Don't really care what's happening behind there. So this is quite, these are quite round actually from what I see in here. So what I did is probably not exactly what I need to do. I can just make them smaller maybe. Okay, and this should be a brown metal. Let's make a copy of this, take the saturation out. Okay, I had to delete this. Apply this to that. So in here to this small thing. This needs a UV map. And then this wall needs also a wood. For the wood we can use, let's see what we have in here. Oh, these are very beautiful textures. So walnut is very beautiful. Let's use this one wood fine. Don't care about tree planner, but I care about this. Use real world scale. Let's add this in here. Let's see how we can fix the color to have it more close to that. Okay, that is good. And I need also color correct in here. This color correct needs to go a little bit desaturated. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's apply it. I need to close this vray toolbar because it's always. Okay, so this is what we have until now. It's quite colorful. Yeah, we're getting some materials from all this, so this needs probably a normal noise. Okay, overall everything is very colorful, and it is probably also happening from the curves, which are very powerful. Okay, let me just fix this. Okay, it's fixed for now. Okay, for now I'll just leave it as it is. I'll try to fix it later to see yeah, what we're missing and how to make it better. But for now I think it's looking fine. And the moment that you're adding also another building in here and vegetation here, so vegetation in here, that materials and so on, it's gonna look much better. And this is also, I don't like that. Okay, this is fixed more or less, yeah. Okay, so for the materials that we're going to use, the pavement and so on, you can just go to Ambient CG. This is just an amazing website. I just love it. Each time I'm entering here and looking for materials, I'm just shocked that all these materials are for free. So yeah, let's see what we can use. In the original image we had something similar with this. Try to add a material like that, maybe this one looks good. It also has some bump. I'll just use the 4K ones. If you want, you can use the other ones. The PNG are much bigger, so when the quality is much better, of course, for the final render, but also it's gonna take a lot from your RAM. So for now, I'll just use these ones. See some pebbles. Yeah, I don't like those. This could be fine. Some concrete I need also. Need also concrete texture for this detail. Let's see one. This could work. And this for the sidewalk. Okay, let's start with the rest of the materials. Asphalt, Corona Physical, Corona Bitmap. This one goes in here. Instance, you can already see some stuff happening in there. And this is going here. Okay, asphalt is okay, so from what I see here, there is a small problem with this, so let's fix that. To do that, I will just go on top, and here I will apply an unwrap. I will open this in the UV editor. Okay, now I need to add UVVX form and add here 100, 100, 100. This should work. Maybe 1000. Maybe. Yeah, it's looking fine now. Okay, let's see this. There is a small problem here, which is this one, which I need to fix. This needs to go more like this. Okay, and this. Okay, so I made a copy of this material here to create the border. For the border, I'm going to use the concrete from that website. Let's load the textures. Concrete, not this one, the next one. Yeah, let's move forward with the materials. Here we need to add a new one. I'm gonna use the same. I just made a copy of. Just going to make a copy of this, and here load some other textures. Paving stone, extra large. Okay, this is nice. Let's apply this to the object. Unwrap. And another thing, we need to apply a shell to this, and this shell 10 maybe 0, and then let's apply this also here. Apply the same material on top of this. Okay, the black metal in there. Okay, let's play a little bit with this material. 0.5 displacement. Okay, let's make some changes also here. Let's take out some saturation. Okay, and let's apply this material also to the steps. Then also here, where else? Maybe also here. This is wall. Interior also, really care. And then we have the ground, which is this one. We can use a texture from Cosmos ground. Oh, these are looking very nice. Let's see which one we can use. Okay, this could also have a UV, the box you want. Then this wall could go also white. The metal. Okay, let's see what else do we need in here. Yeah, I also had some asphalt in here that was looking quite nice, I would say. So these two, they need also a texture. For that, we're going to find one in Corona Cosmos. See some pebbles in here now. UV map. Okay, and let's also find some 3D models, furniture, vegetation. Okay, I think this is what we need. Okay, and let's add another one also on the other side. Like this. And what else do we need in here? Yeah, we need some trees. And these things should go higher. Okay, let's see a quick render. Okay, here I can't see any texture, which is not really good. And here the texture is way too big, so let's fix that. Okay. Wrap. Okay, this can go, and let's apply a new VX form, and let's make sure. Okay, we are getting somewhere. As you can see, play a little bit with the sky to get a little bit more blue sky. To do that, you just need to go here in the sky and change the altitude. Go higher, it's already better. Okay, I want a little bit more of reflection in this, so I'm gonna add a bitmap in HDRI with some holy heaven. Yeah, no, definitely not. I need the vegetation further away. This is nice, this could work. Let's try. Okay, let's add this. Let's load scene. I'm gonna add 2 maps, and one is gonna go in here instance, and the second one here. Top light mix and start light mix. Some highlights compression. And yeah, I will add the second map as a direct visibility, and add a little bit more power to it from the output. I can also add this to the reflection map, and I can control my light from my sky and sun, and the reflection stays as it is. The reflection is it's from the HDRI that is behind. So yeah, I kind of like it. I like what I'm seeing. So yeah, sometimes it's quite hard to work with white surfaces because you get a lot of burn. Let me see the material, the wall material. Very white can be a problem with it. Let me add here. Not Corona bitmap, I need to add a Corona color correct. And create a little bit of less exposure. Yeah, I think it's looking good overall. Yeah, I'm not very sure what to do with this part. Should I add some bamboos, trees in here, and also here to add the grass. Yeah, I need to see exactly how it's gonna work. And the greenery needs to be more or less the same color as this, but I think the overall is looking quite nice. I really like it. So yeah, let's start adding some more stuff. First of all, some grass in here. For the grass, oh yeah, we need to add the forest library. Let's go to the library. Okay, I just loaded some a preset. Okay, we added also some bamboo trees here in the front. Let's add also some shrubs and bushes. Okay, it's all looking good. Let's add some trees in here from Chaos Cosmos. Okay, let's check the materials of the trees. So the thing that we need to check is the translucency. Yeah, 0.5, it's a good translucency. You can even go higher, 0.6, 0.7, 0.6. Also, one thing that I would like to check is the texture for the sky. Cum? Okay, so I was not very happy with these pebbles, and also this part here that looks kind of strange. I don't really like it. So I'm going to change these to textures with something else, and I'm going to re-render this. For the pebbles, I'm going to use a texture from Gravel 11. Oh yeah, this should work. And for the stairs, I'm just going to use this concrete. The rest looks good. Not very sure about this. I can also check the bloom and glare. The bloom should be less visible, I think. And other than that, everything looks quite nice, I would say. I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, let's do that. Pebbles, yeah, these are the textures. Okay, so this is our render. As you can probably see, it took 17 minutes to render this image at a resolution of 3500, which is quite big. I used the noise level target of 3 and it went until 2.86. I think it's quite a good timing for this. It's not looking perfectly, the noise is not really perfect, but I think it's more than enough. So this is the image without the denoiser and this is with the denoiser. As you can see, it just starts to disappearing from the windows, but we still have it a little bit here. I don't mind the noise in images. I think it's making them to look more realistic, actually, to be honest. And yeah, let's move forward. I will save this as a Targa image. I'll just save it. Okay, and now I will move to Photoshop. I will just open my file. Okay, so this is our image. What I'm going to do next is to add in here also a mask for the sky, because I would like to play a little bit with the sky. So to do that, I'm just going to add in here the wire color. I will just save this wire color. Okay, now I can make selections with a magic wand and I can select only the background if I want to, or I can even this, and now I can go here and apply some levels only to that, and as you can see I can change the dark and I get more blue sky, which everybody likes blue sky, to be honest. Okay, and then I can add also in here some curves and I can apply this only to my... Okay, and then I can also make a selection for these doors and apply here on hue saturation. Okay, this is looking good. For these three here, it's a little bit dark. It's much better this way. So this one I would like to play a little bit with curves. Sometimes they are just not bright enough. Okay, now I'm gonna merge everything in one and do some camera raw, a little bit of contrast. Okay, this was the original. We added a little bit of colors and punchy. Let's add here -7. So to be sure that so we merged everything in one, and now I will make this convert to smart object. And now I'll go to filter, camera raw filter, and I will make some changes. And the moment that I'm applying those changes to the raw, to the filter, to the image, I can change them later. So this can be very helpful. If you want the image to have it more warm or more cold, that depends on you. I think a little bit of cold, a bit of green, a bit of textures, clarity, vibrance. I will leave it as it is. And noise reduction from here, you can take it out almost, see? This was the original image, and this is after. Color grading, yeah, we don't care. Some calibration, in case you want to calibrate the blues, you can make them, you can add a little bit of blue, everybody likes blue. The greens, we can change all of them, as you can see here, in one go. So I will make all of them a little bit more like this, because right now they are not all the same, but the moment that I'm doing this, they are all getting warmer. And this was the image that we had before, and this is now. As you can see, it's a big improvement, I think. Geometry wise, it's all good. Detail is fine, curves, we don't care. So I will just hit OK. And as you can see now, it just created here all the changes that I made. So if I want to close the changes, I can do it by just clicking here. I can also double click on the camera raw and it's going to open all of this. So this is a good way of having your changes and the ability to make changes after you apply the camera raw, because sometimes if you have just a JPEG or a normal layer, after you apply the camera raw settings, yeah, you can't make changes anymore. Maybe the blue is a little bit too much. I will just make it less. Yeah, I like it. So this is our final image. Well, in case you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe and follow me. I'm going to make more videos like this. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and please share it with your friends if you find it useful, and see you in the next one. Bye.